All right, so what do you think is the main factor for obesity for individuals in low SES areas?
When we look at childhood obesity in particular, over the last 10 years, the rate for the general population of children has risen about 10%. But when we look at low SES communities, that rate's been increasing at around 23%. So just by looking at those prevalence rates alone, we know that obesity is a big issue in low socioeconomic status communities. One of the key factors to this is lack of access, whether it be to healthy foods, to safe places to play, to programming. Lack of access really is one of the key determinants in whether or not you're able to make those healthy choices. We spend a lot of our energies doing nutrition education and public health programs, but what we're finding is that the knowledge can't equal a behavior change because those individuals aren't able to do that behavior. So for example, if we're doing nutrition education around eating fresh fruits and vegetables, if that family doesn't have a place to purchase those fresh fruits and vegetables or doesn't know how to cook those, then really they're not able to act on that behavior. So really one of the things that we're working on now is how can we increase access and create those policies, those environmental changes, those systems changes that are going to make it easier and more accessible for members of the low SES community to make those healthier choices.
Okay. All right, so next question. What makes a grocery store stand out to you when it comes to providing the healthy options for the customers?
When we're looking at grocery stores versus things like convenience stores or dollar stores, which is where a lot of low-income populations do their shopping at, Dollar Generals and Family Dollar and things like that, even the 7-Elevens of fast food, a grocery store provides that perimeter, the area where all those healthy foods are, whereas a corner store or a convenience store isn't going to have those offerings. When we talk to youth and they're talking to us about what they have the ability to go purchase, their idea of buying fruits and vegetables are canned goods. Whereas those who have access to a full-service grocery store, that's providing just a wide variety of colors and shapes and sizes and a bunch of different kinds of fresh fruits and vegetables that really provides a marketing opportunity for health. One of the things low SES communities typically also have is a high participation rate in WIC, which provides nutrition education and supplemental food for low-income populations. Well, if you go into a grocery store, you'll see that it's marketed WIC-approved foods. The understanding is really that if we all shopped, if the entire general population shopped those WIC-approved foods, we would all be eating a healthy diet. So that's one way that grocery stores have been marketing healthy choices to low-income individuals.
Okay, great. And let's see. Now our part of our presentation is we're trying to figure out ways that the community can help. So we wanted you to ask you to name and explain some of the programs that are out there that help to reduce the effects of food deserts.
Yeah, there's a lot of exciting things. I work for the Virginia Foundation for Healthy Youth, and we're a quasi-governmental agency, and we provide grants for things just like this. And our grants are focused on creating healthier environments, policies that help healthy choices, help for healthy choices in communities, and systems changes. So some of the things that we've had a lot of success in are in areas that are food deserts. Can we establish a farmer's market there? Or can we expand that farmer's market so that it can accept SNAP or food stamp benefits for low-income populations? Or how do we market that farmer's market? For some of us who grew up going to farmer's markets, we know what it means to go there and that exchange, but not everyone feels comfortable doing that. Another thing is looking at corner stores and providing fresh produce at those corner stores. It's exciting when instead of walking in and seeing the chips and the candy and the cigarettes and the beer, you actually walk in and you see a stand with fresh produce or with low-fat dairy or things like that. Another thing that we've been really excited about is looking at grocery stores themselves and how can we get them into low-income communities, whether it's through zoning or ordinances or tax incentives. What are some ways we can take a blighted block and turn that into a really high economic development area? If you think about it, grocery stores hire a lot of people. So employment oftentimes goes up when you see grocery stores going into an area. And then thinking about our healthcare providers, one of the exciting programs that we are really excited to support is looking at prescriptions for health. So it's where a low-income participant may go in and get a prescription from a nurse practitioner at a resource center, and that prescription is actually for produce. And then they're able to take that prescription to a local farmer's market and fill it with produce, and really linking the health aspect to what you're eating. And I think a lot of times that really can get the type of behavior change that we're looking for.
Okay, great. And if you could narrow that down to one, if you only had a little bit of funding, tell me what one that you would definitely think would have the most benefit for those types of areas.
If I only have one, there's a lot of great opportunities, but I think looking at farmers markets and really allowing them to accept SNAP benefits, one of the things that's been really great at doing is connecting families to where their food is coming from, and that's a missing link a lot of times in low-income areas, but also in inner city areas where we just don't know where food is coming from anymore. And so what we're doing there is we're supporting the local farmer, the grower, through having the investment from the SNAP dollars, but then also the family is probably getting a better deal because it's local, but then they also are getting to interact with the farmer. Their kids are seeing this is someone who actually grew that food. So we're really seeing a great return on investment for those programs.
Okay, great. Thank you.